Hey everybody, it's Brett from Moonstream. Just wanted to do a video. I know it's been a few weeks, but I wanted to update everybody. And of course, Bitcoin has just broken 100,000, that all-important level that we've been waiting for. And so I want to do a quick overview on the markets, give you guys some updates here. And let me just go full screen on this and give you guys a breakdown, a real quick update on where things are going, and what's been happening. So the bigger picture is, and I'll just show you a couple things here. We've had this chart drawn for months now, and this zigzag, I have not updated it, so it's been kind of following this path almost exactly. Big shout out to Juan Villaverde on the channel as well for calling the market cycle lows and tops. He's an excellent at market cycles. So his models predicted the November low, which happened to be the election. Of course, we surged out of that level, breaking to new all-time highs. He also had the November 18th cycle high. It was a couple days later, which can happen. Saw this pullback here at around 92K, which I also would forecast because there were buy limit orders in that range. And the December 5th market cycle low he has had on our radar for quite a while now. And he'll probably be telling you more about that soon. And he's put together an excellent course, by the way. Not here to talk about that, but look at this. We did push down a day early yesterday and surged up, and of course we just broke up above 100K yesterday, although it's selling off a little bit. Bit of a concern there if we can't hold 100K. Was it a bear market fake out or a bull trap, and want to watch that, but I don't think so. And let me just jump over to the 4-hour and 1-hour charts here, seeing some sell-off, but a big buy block here on our money flow signals, so I'll make this a little bit easier for you guys to read. Getting oversold on the 1-hour. I think we could come down in this mid-range around right around 100K and retest that as support. We often see that on these buy blocks, which do show larger money flow coming in, institutions, ETFs, whatever they may be, and generally these hold. The midpoint of these buy blocks generally holds, as does the midpoint of these large candles, these vector candles. So I can see us coming down to test that 99.9, maybe dipping down below 100K, but probably will hold there. Generally, they the bigger buyers, they like to kind of protect those levels where they've bought in. So we'll have to wait and see. There's a couple of points of concern that I will point out. We're not out of the woods on altcoins yet, but I had been suggesting that once we rejected at 100K, we'd see profit taking come out in the altcoins as Bitcoin dominance dropped below 60. We know that happens every cycle. I can pull that chart up here and look at it in a minute. So we did see a drop below 60 as the altcoins had a little altcoin rally, had some nice gains in the last few days. Again, I want to caution that I think there's a possibility the bigger players and the whales and day traders with lots of leverage are trying to fill their bags with altcoins to then reallocate to Bitcoin. And so I think that's the next wave up. We need to see it. Let me jump to a few other things, but here's the overall Bitcoin chart. Obviously a historic moment late last night around 9 p.m. breaking 100,000. So everybody out was celebrating. I am down in Miami at some Bitcoin events. Got to meet Brock Pierce 2 days ago, so good stuff. All right, what else do we want to look at? I did put a study out last week about USDT dominance. And so this study was suggesting that we would have a deeper correction here. It's still possible. So this lower trend line is the support level, and the chart is USDT, which is Tether. Ironically founded originally by Brock Pierce. He doesn't own it anymore, but original OG. So every time since 2018, this lower trend line, when it has reversed higher, it's inversely correlated to the Bitcoin and total market cap. I believe I have that in here. If not, we'll recreate it. Looks like I don't have it in here, just to show you. And you can see the full study over at TradingView if you wanted to look for me there. But essentially all we have to do, if I can move my video out of the way, I'm not sure I can do it. I did it in the top left corner so it wouldn't get in the way of anything. And to add that, I think I can't move it once I start recording. There's a way to overlay this, and you can go look at that study over in TradingView if you want. But essentially, we know the dates. So down here, February 21 is when we started to sort of give support on the lower trend line, and then started breaking higher in May. And of course, we had that big drop in the summer of price. So as Tether goes up, that means people are selling crypto, putting it into Tether, and tethering up. Okay, so Tether dominance is showing where more money is going. Just like Bitcoin dominance, where's the money going? So we saw the spike up, came back down again right around November of 2021, hit the trend line again, and we all know that was the market cycle top. So as Tether was going up and Tether dominance was hitting highs, we were through that nasty bear market. So we are down at the bottom here. Looks like it's breaking down through it, but this is a weekly chart, and we just really need to see, I want to see where the end of the week goes, because we could still see a bit of a sell-off here. Let's say that we see a sell-off in Bitcoin and alts. This run we've had has been unsustainable. Bull market, euphoria phases, anything can happen. But if we do push up above this lower trend line on the USDT dominance, I'm going to be getting into cash, because if we start bouncing up here, that means money's flowing into Tether and out of the crypto market. So we don't know what's going to happen here. Sometimes it'll bounce around here for weeks, if not months, while price goes higher. So we just have to wait and see. Bit of a caution, no big deal. But the other cautionary point I want to make, and then we'll look at some altcoins. This is the total market cap 3, which is total market cap minus Bitcoin minus Ethereum. So it's pushing up here to a resistance level, and we know that that resistance level is the prior cycle high back here when total market cap hit 3 trillion. Programmatic selling kicked in, markets tanked. So just kind of waiting again on a weekly time frame. Do we sell off below $1 trillion or so? That would indicate to me we're going to have some pullback, but I think the bull flag pattern is still intact, and we should go to at least 1.3 trillion, depending on how you want to draw the bull flag breakout. I draw it conservatively on the lower end. Some people will do it on the breakout. Let's start here and see if we can get to there, and see if we keep pushing higher. Total market cap 2 is everything except for just Bitcoin, and this has been pushing up as well. Let me move this down so that you can see this and make that a little bit bigger. So again, these levels, we're hitting some resistance here on the prior cycle top. We did wick above it, but on a weekly time frame, we are now hitting and rejecting that 1.6 trillion level. So some good reasons here to take some profits. I think we could see a healthy pullback and retest this local prior resistance, right? So resistance flipped as support. We'd like to see a retest to then be able to push higher. What am I suggesting? I'm suggesting taking profits, taking partial profits as you go higher and into some of the sell areas and areas of resistance. Just to revisit this chart, this was my liquidity study that also I have talked about a few times, so I won't go into detail, but we can see on this chart, if you can see this here, let me see if I can go full screen for us and make it a little easier. There's a lot going on here. I know I just lost the video, that's okay. This wave pattern here at the bottom of these liquidity cycles, when it starts to turn higher, this is when we break into new all-time highs. We saw it here and there and here and then down here, and then just recently, as liquidity was rising, global liquidity, we were breaking up just on like clockwork. I've had this drawn for months, you guys. Broke out last month, November, nice big candle. December should continue up higher, and if this plays out with the same degree of frequency, it's anywhere from 1,300 days to 1,400 days, give or take, for the next breakout to all-time highs, which would put us around November of 2028. What we're more concerned about is, how high does it go? How long does it go to all-time high? And that can vary dramatically. So, I'm not really going to get into that, but I do have some theories on this. I don't think the normal 4-year cycle is going to play out this year, and I'll tell you why. I think that we're seeing this massive pump here in the early days, and we'll see probably a mini breakdown bear market Q2. Recession still in the wings, as much as they're talking about numbers are good, and Powell saying that numbers are good. There's many studies that are showing it isn't the case. So I reserve the right to be wrong, but my spidey sense and my intuition says, and has been saying for a year now, that we'll have a bull market peak and then maybe a crash of up to 50%, probably hold 100K, but certainly would hold the price at the November 5th election. Price has never gone below the price when it was during the election. That's around 75K. So if we push up to 120K, we could see a decent sized correction like we do every bull market. But my base case is that we'll go and we could go down and then have a second bull market. That's the good news. And so our numbers and targets of 150K and 200K even on the next phase are intact. So in this case, I have it drawn up to about 120K. Pull back, probably retest 100 and hold, and then we could shoot up to 150K-ish. There's 2 points of confluence there. If you haven't seen my other videos, go look back on the prior ones. And by the way, please like the video if you like this kind of content. I do plan on doing more. Been traveling a bit, and we had some team issues. Weren't able to upload videos for a while. Anyway, point being, go subscribe if you haven't already, and do us a favor, hit the like, and thanks for Max for letting me come on and chat with you guys as usual. So back to the charts, what I'm suggesting. So we are pulling back to below 100K, seeing a bit of a sell-off here as we speak. And I do think we still break higher, but we'll have to see what happens and take it one day at a time. All right, that's about all I wanted to show you on those 3 things. Why don't we look at a couple of altcoins? I had some big winners yesterday. In our private chat, we had recommended Compound a couple days ago. Compound was up 50% yesterday. The reason I mentioned that is as a good example of the altcoins that are pushing up. People are getting fat with profits and putting it back into Bitcoin. I did the same. I had bought Compound 2 days ago, and I thought I had it on my list here. Let's just take a look at it. And it went up 50% yesterday, as I said. So I took profits and put it into Bitcoin. Pushed all the way up into this red block. These are where the sell orders are. We have an indicator that's called the order block detector. So when I saw it was up 50%, I took some nice profits here, waiting for a pullback. And generally, these things will come back down when they get that extended, where they kind of get beyond where the Bollinger Band is. Now, I'm not sure, I can't move my video out of the way, so that's a bit of a problem. I moved it down to the bottom. Okay, good. So what I'm going to show you here is our, let's see, for some reason it's not on this chart, so I'll go ahead and add it. We have some unique technology. These blocks are, it's called the order block detector. The green boxes are where there are limit buy orders on the exchange, in this case Coinbase. They're generally pretty universal across all of them. And then the seller red areas are excellent sell areas. That's where there's a lot of sell pressure. And so you can see that here. Let's see, this was the, I'll show you where we can find these. Actually, jump over those. By the way, if you haven't heard about us, our business is Moonstream, one of the fastest growing crypto communities. And we've got a variety of different tools for you guys. With permission from Max, we can offer to you guys today and give you guys the tools to succeed in these markets. Here's a short video with our signals that I was telling you about, like the order block detector. We have some other amazing signals here. Guys, if you're using RSI and MACD and the standard free ones, you're not going to win. You're using the same things everyone else is, and you don't have an advantage. We've designed these to give you an advantage, and these signals are excellent. One of them, accidental discovery, the early reversal indicator. This, in conjunction with these other signals, when they align, is incredibly accurate. Helped us call the market top in November 21, helped us get in and give us the signal to get back in the market January of 2023, when everyone thought we were crazy, but we were right. So you can learn more about that here. And let's see, I have to let's see, I have to remember the special links for these things. And I think this is, if you go to moonstream.io/Max Success, it is the Max Signals is the one. So these are all the special links for the viewers here for Contrarian, for Max Right. So again, with permission from Max, to give you the tools to succeed in these markets. So if you want to find out more about Moonstream, just go to moonstream.io/Max. Or if you'd like to learn more about these kind of classes that I'm teaching right now in more detail, where I do give daily commentary and trade picks and trade alerts, you can go to moonstream.io/Max Success and learn more about that. So there's some special deals there for you guys, and that looks just like that. You can learn more about the live classes and read some comments from other traders. And here, look, we're just here to give you the tools to succeed with some high probability chart patterns and interactive Google Docs but most importantly, you're learning every day in a live environment like this. So if you'd like to take a peek at what that looks like in our members only chat for M3 Trader, I'm giving trade calls every day. Lots of smart traders in here giving market analysis just like this, and do a live hour and a half class like this every Wednesday. So you can learn more about that again at moonstream.io/max success. And so just to dive into one other thing, we have I'm working with limited amount of people one-on-one, and you can learn more about that if you want to protect your portfolio in this bull run, have the good training on when to get out and get my red alert, get out of the market. You can go over here and watch this short video, and this is a brand new video, and learn about that for people that want to maximize their portfolios. I create optimized portfolios specific to you if that's of interest, and you can learn more about that at moonstream.io/max coaching. Okay, so by the way, I saw Max a couple weeks ago in Orlando. It was great to see him, and missed Juan Villaverde by a couple of hours, but anyway, we're doing some cool things together, so keep an eye out for that, and Max will be letting you know about that as well. So let me get the video down below. I want to maximize this chart, and let's take a look. A lot of these alts are running, looking good, but they're in these zones where they should be taking profits. And what I'm going to do here to show where those are is I'm going to load those other signals and charts from the invite-only scripts that I was just telling you about. And so inside of here, these are the Crypto Mastery signals. Again, moonstream.io/max signals to get the best signals out there. Guys, I've tried Market Cipher. I've tried all of that. None of it's anywhere near as good as these. Trust me, we've been nailing these markets, buying and selling these buy-sell zones, and we even have some new things that we're playing around with. But I'm going to show you the ERI Pro, and let's see, I'm going to add in the order block detector, the M3 order block detector, the RSI Pro, our version of Bollinger Bands, because your standard Bollinger Bands do not work in crypto. They're wrong. The settings are wrong. They work for stocks, but crypto is more valuable, as we know. And so our Bollinger Bands, I'll just show you this. All you have to do is grab these, drag them up onto the chart, and then I'm going to do a quick setting change over here, which we show you how to do, and make sure that all of the settings are the same. But look at this, you guys, don't leave, because this is important. The Bollinger Bands in our version, when it comes up, look how accurate it is. When it's touching that red line and crosses above the red line, invariably it goes right and sells off. Goes up and then sells off, and then it goes usually down to the lower Bollinger Band. This is a bit of a busy chart here, but one of our favorite coins we're watching is Stacks, and we've got a number of things, the studies drawn on here. I don't want to get into the weeds with that. I mostly wanted to give you guys an update on things. Let's take a look at some of the bigger coins. Again, Compound had a big run yesterday. This is what leads me to believe we're kind of seeing a parabolic blow off on the altcoins for the purpose of taking money off the table and putting it into Bitcoin. So have to see. Kind of feels a little bit tenuous, though. I don't want to make sure it's not a blow off top, and that wasn't the first peak. I don't think so, you guys, but we're keeping our eye open to that. A couple other of these have had a nice run here. Sui showing another 14-15% push today, coming out of a buy block zone. So I was recommending buying more Sui in our group. Why? Because of this buy block right in here. My fib targets are showing. We look on the shorter term Fibonacci projection. It went right up to the 3.618, hit $4 last night, so, and it backed off. Actually, that was hit it a couple days ago. Now it's broken above that fib, so these have now been invalidated. The larger fib target is up to $6 here on Sui. I think that's definitely reasonable. A couple other coins here still looking good. INJ with a nice uptrend, and I'm looking for, I don't see any sell blocks overhead. I have a note to self to respect the sell blocks. Don't see any here on the daily time frame. Sometimes they show up on the weekly time frames. But let me just jump over to the 1 hour, 4 hour. It does look like, so Bitcoin's selling off a bit. Big psychological number at 100K. So again, having some trouble here. Bearish engulfing candle on the 1 hour. Bearish ERI. That is one of our bearish signals, but I'm not too worried about that on the 4 hour chart. Again, look at the Bollinger Band Pro, where it's this pastel red. When it closes above the upper Bollinger Band, that's with our special settings, that invariably will sell back down into range and revert to the mean. So sure enough, we saw this This was a sell signal. Bitcoin coming down, holding the midpoint though, right at 100K. Probably holds here. It should hold here. If we start losing that, you know, have to see what happens. But probably going to be another day while these Bollinger Bands tighten and prepare for that next move up. So I'm not too worried about this pullback here. And let's see. I'm just going to jump around. Let's take a look at Ethereum. I think I've got it down in this list here. And if you guys have any coins you want us to look at in the future, you can put them down in the comments, and we'll do our best to look at those. ETH's looking pretty good here, but it is coming up and retesting this old resistance zone around 4,000 psychological level there. I don't see any. Let me make sure the order block detector. I don't see sell orders here, and so that's okay. I don't see sell orders on ETH until about 47, 4,800. People trying to front run that $5,000 psychological level. So we're seeing some mixed, you know, a lot of people taking profits since yesterday and earlier in the week. We saw coins like Cardano and XRP up multiple 100% for various reasons. So it's an exciting time to be in crypto, very volatile, but this again is a good time to be looking to take some profits on these as they push up, and with these sort of unnatural big pumps. The secret though really are these Bollinger Bands, and these are our sell targets and these sell block zones where there are lots of sell orders. I know it sounds too easy, but that is where the sellers are. If you look on the order books, that's where they're lined up. We've just visualized it. So looking for pullbacks on many of the alts to get back in, and just waiting for kind of Bitcoin to lead the way. So that's about all I had to share with you today. I wanted to give you a macro view and just update you on some things. We'll try to do that more as we go along. And I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. So take care, everybody. And not sure what happened to the video there, but was going to give you guys a wave. And other than that, until we'll see you on the next one. Again, if you want to learn more about anything that we have for you, just go to moonstream.io/max. Learn about our other services. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can go check that out and watch that video. And you can book a call, read about some of the other clients here. Some of you have reached out. I'm working with some of you privately. So anyway, I won't go into this here, but again, the classes that are weekly, if you'd like to learn how to trade, how to swing trade, and not day trading, how to swing trade, that's where the odds are the greatest. You can go to moonstream.io/max success. And hey guys, not here to give you commercials here. Here to give you the tools to succeed. Our members are raving fans. You can read about some of them. We haven't even added to this since 2021 because there's so many, and we really appreciate your time and appreciate Max for allowing us to talk to you guys today. So take care, everybody, and wish you the best. We'll talk soon. Bye.